In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 different things I would do in the Forge on Roblox if I had to start over from level 1. I've put a ton of hours into this game, so I like to think I know what I'm doing, and these tips are going to be how you can level up and get a ton of money fast, as well as the best pickaxes in the game. Make sure you watch until the very end because each tip is going to get better and better, and on the last tip, I'm going to show you how you can permanently get an XP boost, forge faster, get a lucky boost, and increase your forge quality. The first tip I'm going to give you guys is going to be about your classes. Now, when you first start the game, you're going to have a free amount of rerolls, and a lot of people use it immediately, which you honestly should do. And I see a lot of people get the goblin class and decide to waste their rerolls to try to get something better, but the goblin class is actually one that you need to keep, and let me explain. So each class has different perks, and one of the perks of the goblin class is that you have the bargain perk, which gives you a 12% discount when shopping. Now, that might not seem like a lot at first, but it can actually save you a ton of gold, which lets you level up faster and even get pickaxe faster. For example, let me show you. So the discounted prices won't show on the display prices for the pickaxe, but for example, if you look at the cobalt pickaxe right here, it says 10,000, but if you go to buy it with the goblin class selected, it's going to only cost you 8,800 gold. Now, because this is percentage based, the higher the pickaxe cost, the more of a discount you will get. So that was only a, what, 1,200 discount? Yeah, 1,200 discount. But if you go to a more expensive pickaxe, like the Lightite pickaxe, for example, you are going to get a $12,000 discount, which will save you a ton of time and also, of course, a ton of gold in the long run. So whenever you hit level 30, it's important that you always keep the goblin class in one of your race slots. That way, when you go to buy something, you can select it real fast, get the discount, and then go back to whatever other race you need. But of course, if you somehow manage to get the Minotaur, Dragonborn, Golem, Angel, or Demon class, make sure you keep that because those classes are really difficult to get. And then when you hit level 30, you can reroll for the goblin class. I am currently on my alt account right now that has the goblin class, so if you're wondering why I'm level 30, that's why. And the second tip I'm going to give you is to make sure that you're playing with somebody if you can. And the reason why is because you can kill enemies faster and also complete quests faster. For example, if I go into the cave over here, well, we both do damage to the slime, I will get progress for it, and same with the skeletons. All you got to do is make sure that you do a decent amount of damage to it so that way it counts towards your progress. Now, speaking of quests, my third tip is to make sure that you complete as many quests as possible, including the secret monkey quest. I'll show you that one in a minute, but first, if you go up to these guys at the start of the cave, there's one right here at the second island. He is called the Masked Stranger, and if you speak to him, he will give you a quest where you have to just kill skeletons. It's that easy. And then when you complete the quest, you will get a ton of XP and gold to level up your character. There's also another NPC at the Stone Wakes Crossed Island right at the entrance. If you just go down, you'll see him leaned up against the wall, kind of similar to this guy. Now, because I'm on my alt account, I can still accept this quest because I haven't done it yet. I'm going to show you guys how you can get this monkey quest that not a lot of people know about, and it can give you some pretty good stats. Right at the entrance of the second island, if you turn around and go back here into the water, all you got to do is swim over to this island over here. And then once you're on this island, you're just going to jump over to this one over here. You should be able to just walk right up, and there is a secret NPC called Monkey. If you interact with him like this, he's going to tell you he's hungry and he needs bananas, and you can just accept the quest. And make sure you tell him you will bring 30 bananite because that is how you get the highest reward possible. And the way you get bananite is by going to the first island and destroying some of the basic rocks right at the entrance of the mine. One last thing about quests that not a lot of people know about this is that you need to accept all of the quests you possibly can at the beginning before you start playing. And the reason why is because you can make progress towards multiple quests at once. For example, in this quest, I have to mine 150 basalt rocks, and on this quest, I have to mine 25 basalt rocks. But if you watch, if I destroy this basalt rock right here, I will get progress towards both of them at the same time. Now, just like that, this quest says I destroyed 21, and this quest says I destroyed 41. So make sure you accept all the quests at the same time to make your progress way faster. Now, on this fourth tip, some people might actually disagree with me. I think there are certain pickaxes you should never buy in the game. And the reason why is because some of the pickaxe stats are just really bad for how much they cost. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick list of the ones you should not buy. And everything else is okay. So personally, I would skip the iron pickaxe, the gold pickaxe, the Stone Wakes pickaxe, the titanium pickaxe, and the mithril pickaxe. The stats, the mine speed, and the amount of money all of these pickaxe costs are just simply not worth it. I could go into more explanation why, but if you guys want another video on that, just let me know in the comments. The rest of the pickaxes are pretty okay to buy. The cobalt, the uranium, the lightite pickaxe, the arcane pickaxe, and the demon pickaxe. Personally, I think the arcane pickaxe is the best one you can get. Yes, I even think it's better than the demon pickaxe, but like I said, I can make an entire another video on that. For my fifth tip, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually mine multiple rocks at the same time. All you have to do is find find 2 rocks that are close together, for example, like these ones, and make sure you line yourself up in between them both. And you're not going to swing in one direction. You're not going to swing to the left only. You're not going to swing to the right only. You're going to swing kind of in between the gap of them both. I know it kind of doesn't make sense because it kind of looks like you're not swinging at anything at all. But if you swing right between them both, you can actually hit them both at the same time. And this saves you so much time whenever you're mining. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you stick around because I'm actually going to give you a bonus tip at the very end. The 6th tip is actually going to be a little bit of a basic one, but I still feel like it's really, really important, especially if you're trying to get levels fast in this game. And what I tell almost everybody who plays this game is that they need to complete the index as fast as they can. Because each index you complete gives you a ton of XP, and sometimes one single index can give you an entire level's worth. Now, if you don't know what the index is, I'm going to show you real quick. All you have to do is press T to open up your inventory. Click this index button at the very bottom, and every time you discover a new ore or something in the forge or a new enemy, you got to scroll through and you'll see this button like this that says claim. And if you watch my XP bar at the very, very bottom, for example, right now I have 355 XP. Whenever I click claim on it, it's going to jump me a ton of XP. That one alone right there gave me 500 XP. Now, it might not seem like a lot because I'm already level 30, but if you're like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can get a huge amount of levels fast this way. My 7th tip is going to be one that other people might disagree with me on, but personally, at least right now, I don't think the potions are worth it at all. The only ones that are kind of worth it are maybe the miner potion or the luck potion. And that's really just if you want to mine faster, if you're trying to get stuff done quickly, or if you're trying to get a really lucky spawn with the luck. 20% extra luck is kind of a lot, but the health potion, the damage potion, and the speed potion just simply aren't worth it. Not because I think that they cost a lot of money or anything, but there is no downside to dying in this game besides having to restart at the very beginning. You don't lose any progress, you don't lose any pickaxes or any weapons, and also the enemies keep their same amount of HP if you die. They do not heal ever. I'm going to show you guys an example real quick. So let's say I have a quest where I have to just kill skeleton rogues. If I take him down to 46 HP and then I let him kill me, so I do die and I have to respawn, but I don't lose any of my money. And if I go back to the very same mine to the same skeleton, he still has 46 HP. And if I kill him, I can still complete the quest and keep my progress towards it. The only thing that sucks is that you kind of have to walk farther, but honestly, it's better to walk farther than waste your gold. This also works for rocks as well. If you do damage to a rock like this and then you die and then respawn, the rock will keep this same amount of HP. Now, my 8th tip is going to be one of the most important tips that you can learn from this video, and that is how to get money quickly. So one of the main ways you can get money in this game is by selling your armor and selling your weapons and selling your ores, but you never want to sell your ores. It is never worth it. Let me just show you guys an example real quick. So if I were to give him 21 of my cobalt, he would only give me $315. That is a horrible deal. Now, let me show you why. What you should do is use that 21 cobalt. It doesn't have to be cobalt. It can be any item in the game. Cobalt is just what I'm using the example for. And what you want to do is take it over to the forge like this and put all 21 into a single slot. And what that's going to do is give you the opportunity to get a great axe, or it'll give you a chest plate. It doesn't matter if you get the medium chest plate or the samurai chest plate, or for the weapons, if you get the double battle axe or the scythe. Either way, these items are going to give you a ton of gold compared to selling the ores themselves. I'm going to take that great axe I got and go sell it to this guy over here. Watch how much money he gives me in comparison to the ore seller. He's going to give me 850 gold for the same amount of ores. So I'm just going to sell that really easily. That is over double the amount of gold for the same ores used. So whatever you do, never ever sell your ores to this guy over here. Only use your ores to craft weapons. My 9th tip is going to be how you can get free rerolls and also special codes in the game. Rerolls are really rare to come across unless you spend Robux, but sometimes on Saturdays, there's events going on in the game and you can get free rerolls, which is a really good opportunity to get the Goblin class or even the Angel or Demon class. Usually on the weekend events, there are free codes that are given out, but if you're still watching the video, I'm going to give you a code right now that not a lot of people know about. What you're going to do is open up your settings and scroll down to the very bottom where it says code and type in the words free spins and click claim. It's going to give you 8 rerolls and also a luck totem. Make sure you subscribe and watch my videos because I'm always going to make sure that you guys have all of the codes you need. My 10th tip is going to be one that I know not everybody can do, but if you can, if you have Robux, you need to get all of these shop passes, especially the fast forge, the supporter, the better forge, and the double storage. If you don't know what the supporter one does, it gives you better luck and a better multiplier. It also gives you a cool badge, but honestly, the luck and the multiplier are what makes it worth it. And the fast forge makes this button down here where you can click it, and whenever you you put something in, let me just put a cardboard in real quick. Whenever you click forge, it's going to skip the initial stuff, and all you got to do is play the clicking game, which makes forging way faster. And the double storage is kind of self-explanatory. All it does is give your stash double the amount of space. But if you're still watching the video, I want to give somebody all of the forge passes because I'm feeling pretty nice. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment your Roblox name down below, and I'll give the forge pass to somebody who does all of those things. Now, if you're still watching, I told you guys I would give you a bonus tip at the very end of the video. So not a lot of people know this, and actually it took me a long time to find it myself, which is kind of embarrassing. There's actually a shortcut to get to the very top of the mountain up here without having to walk up this super long path. If you look at the start of the second island, there's a cannon right here to the right, and if you walk up to it and you press E, it will launch you to the very top of the cave, which makes getting to the cave way faster, and it's so much more convenient. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video for more The Forge content on Roblox.